Top 10 Most Expensive Watches. When the long hand is on number 12, as well as the short hand, it's time for lunch. But how did we know that it's time for something? The handy answer is in our wrist. They aren't just accessories, they have been part of the history. The first people to learn time are the ancient Egyptians. We bet you too are curious, so here's how. First, they carve large stones to make a four-sided pillar. Second, they place this pillar in a special location. Third, as the sun moves, so does the shadow of the stone. With this, ancient Egyptians tell time by direction of the shadow and its length. But as civilization improves, the timepiece industry rose in the market. Did you know that the first watches aren't worn on the wrist? They were attached in the pocket. Of course, pocket watches aren't fit to be carried by women, so timepiece makers created the wrist watches. Wrist watches are purposely designed to accessorize women's wrist. Wrist watches were also used in space in the 20th century by the astronauts. To be specific, the Russians were the first to make space watches and named it Strela watches. Challenged, the Americans made an advanced research to make watches that will work on the surface of the moon and called it Omega Speedmaster. Now that you know the history of watches, you'll probably be thinking that not all of them are affordable. And you're right. If you want to know these pricey watches, please stay tuned and don't switch channels. You may also want to subscribe and hit the notification bell for fresh video uploads weekly. We hope that you're looking for a good investment with luxury watches, because today, we screened out different watches from around the globe to give you the list of top 10 most expensive watches. Number 1. Graf Diamonds Hallucination. Most of us will agree that watches should be comfortable to wear and tells the accurate time. But for some, wearing a watch should reflect their status. And of course, if you're one of the most famous icons, you would wear a simple-looking watch. Perhaps you would consider flaunting your $55 million watch, Graf Diamonds Hallucination. This is the current most valuable watch in the world, so having to own this will make everyone look at your sparkling wrist. You might ask, why is it so expensive? It's with the rare, colorful, and huge diamonds attached in the platinum bracelet of the watch. The idea behind this ultra-expensive watch was from Lorenz Graf, in which, according to him, is a celebration of the miracle of colored diamonds. Since every diamond is so rare, the Graf boutique makes sure that each will have a unique cut, such as round, emerald, heart, marquise, radiant, and pear. Not just that, the color of each rare diamonds are blue, green, orange, pink, light gray blue, yellow, and light pink. This luxurious timepiece displays an uber-accurate time. Just wow! Remember, if you want to have this watch, prepare your big loads of money. Number 2. Graf Diamonds The Fascination. They say that girl's best friend is diamond. But if you have a 152.96 carat of white diamonds, they can be your baby too. But for you to own this, you must prepare an amount of $40 million. Wearing this will make you feel like a royalty, and what's special about this watch is one of its fancy diamonds is removable, and that can be worn as a ring. So technically, you have your luxury watch and a ring. But wait till you notice its rare 13.13 carat D flawless pear-shaped diamond. The idea behind this convertible watch is the chairman of the Graf boutique, Lorenz Graf. According to him, it's their demonstration of the union between the powerhouse of Swiss watchmaking Atelier and the London-based Diamond House. Overall, it's a work of art and precision in class by the gem setting and metallurgy. Indeed, hard work pays off in a huge amount. Number 3. Breguet number 160. Remember what we told you about the hit pocket watch during the 19th century? But historic and luxurious watch Breguet number 160 was introduced in 1827. It goes by many names like the Queen, Marie Antoinette, or Poem and Clockwork. If you're wondering why this watch was included in poems and novels, it's because of its romantic history. This watch became significant and an inspiration to the love story of the assumed lover and admirer of the French Queen Marie Antoinette and Count Hans Axel von Fersen. This watch was half created by Abraham Louis Breguet, a Swiss watchmaker, in 1782. But unfortunately, he died before having to complete the watch. It was only completed when his son decided to finish his father's timepiece. Now that you learned about the history of this watch, you'll never be shocked that it's worth $30 million. For a watch that holds 1,000 poems to tell, why not? Number 4. Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchet. If a well-known timepiece maker gift you a luxury watch worth $26 million, would you wear or keep it in your gallery? Well, it's hard to decide when a glamorous and ultra-luxurious watch is in front of you. Believe it or not, Jaeger-LeCoultre gifted this watch to the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, in the commemoration of her 60th year in the throne. If you're wondering what's in this watch, take a deep breath because it is created with 576 pieces of luxury diamonds with sapphire dial. At first glance, it looks like a silver bracelet, but with a closer look, you'll see the glamorous details of the watch. Number 5. Chopard 201 Carat Watch. If you want your watch to tell time with colorful, rare stones, this Chopard 201 Carat watch will spoil your wrist. Each of the rare and colorful stones used is unique and gives a total luxury feeling to anyone who wears it. Created in the year 2000, this watch became special among other watches through its stone unusual color and shape. According to Rich Clare, it has 874 pieces of top-grade diamonds in different sizes and shapes. You might be nervous to ask how much is this watch, but hold your breath because the amount is worth a shock. It will cost you $25 million to own one of these. What an impressive amount! Number 6. Patek Philippe Super Complication. You might be interested to know that this watch was auctioned 2 times and has beaten its own record in setting a huge value. This watch is not worn in the wrist but attached inside the pocket. But what makes it so expensive and adorned by many? The answer is with its uniqueness and reputation. During the auction, 15 high-profile bidders fought for 15 minutes to get the rarest and unattainable watch. Of course, only one got a chance to own this for a stunning amount of $24 million. Just wow! According to researchers, this watch became so expensive because of the story behind the watch. The fact that buyers choose to preserve than use it makes a statement of how this gadget maintains its good condition. Number 7. Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch. Any person who wants something lavish and out-of-the-box watch would be willing to buy Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch. This watch was created in 2015 by Jacob & Co. with the help of Italian Flavio Briatore. If you are curious to know how much this watch is, take a look at the plane, islands, exclusive yacht, and huge mansion because it's equal to that. Having this watch on your wrist will cost you a sparkling amount of $18 million. So be wise, a yacht or a watch? You choose. Number 8. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona. Another watch that set high value in an auction is Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona. For millennials, Paul Newman is not the creator of Rolex Daytona, but rather a movie star that became the king of the watch in an auction. So what's special about Newman's watch? Well, his watch was created in 1968. So imagine its durability and uniqueness in the timepiece industry. There are over 400 bidders who attended the auction. The bidding of this auction lasted for 12 intense minutes as the bidders tried to escalate their bid to get the historic watch. The bid almost stopped with $15.5 million, not until a caller raised his bid for $17.8 million. Well, for vintage and collection worth watching, what is $17.8 million, right? Number 9. Patek Philippe Ref 1518. Would you believe that this watch was created in 1943 and still works fine until now? This is what makes Patek Philippe Ref 1518 extremely unique and rare. What makes this special is its construction from stainless steel perpetual calendar chronograph. It also has moon phases and Arabic markers with a tachymeter scale. This watch will prove to you that a luxury watch is not just about having diamonds or dazzling rare stones. Sometimes, it's about the history creation and the story behind the watch. So, if you want to be the next owner of this watch, you got to offer an amount of $11.1 million. Number 10. Vacheron Constantin 57260. You'll be amazed that this $8 million worth watch has a great story to tell. Over the past centuries, the most unique timepiece on the planet was created by the skilled timepiece maker. It is revealed that it took 8 years for the 3 timepieces skilled maker to create the unique and extremely rare Vacheron Constantin 57260. This is not a wristwatch, but a pocket watch. This watch got its name from its 57 complications and the celebration of the 260th anniversary of Vacheron Constantin. So to put them all together, you'll get the name Vacheron Constantin 57260. This watch deserved a higher price because the creators were challenged to create the most complicated watch in the world. As a result, they made the watch with an unusual split-seconds chronograph and Hebraic perpetual calendar that you will never see before and in our time. We hope that you enjoyed our video for today. These ultra-luxurious watches are really expensive that you can buy a nice mansion, yacht, smart houses, and more with their price. But for people who love fancy things, they only have one thing in mind: we only live once. So, spending tons of cash is nothing compared to having regrets of not trying new things when they are more capable of. Remember, watch tells time, but time is too fast to be wasted with useless things. A time well spent with our loved ones is priceless. Which of these watches would you like to have if given a chance? Or, in your opinion, what makes a watch truly expensive? Please tell us in our comment section below. Thank you for watching. This completes our list for the top 10 most expensive watches. We hope that you can join us again next time for a more exciting and informative video. Keep safe!